Hey everyone! So today I'm going to be doing the fall favorites tag, which was created by Jaclyn Hill just like last week. So I will link her video down below if you guys want to see it if you haven't already, which I'm guessing most of you have because she's a very popular YouTuber. So today I'm going to be doing the tag. I thought this was just such a fun tag, and there hasn't been a lot of fall tags in the last like 2 years or so. So I agree with her. There aren't enough tags going around nowadays. I thought tags are so fun. They're usually a lot more of a casual video. So you end up just being able to talk to your viewers and talk to other people. So I really particularly enjoyed when tags were a big thing, but whatever, this is how the community has evolved. I have to accept that. But anyway, let's get into the tag. So the tag has, I think 9 questions. So I will link all those down below as well. If any of you guys want to do the tag, make sure to send me the link because I think this is going to be a really fun fall tag. So anyway, the first question is, it's basically just your fall favorites, which is why it's called fall favorites tag. So the first question is your favorite fall candle. Now this year, and this changes every year, so you know, don't take this as like the end all to be all, the be all to end. I don't know how that phrase goes anymore. My brain's a little fuzzy with the baby, but anyway. This is the Caramel Pumpkin Swirl candle from Bath & Body Works, and oh my god, this is such a potent candle that you really don't even need to light it, honestly. If you just lay it out, like I had this laid out upstairs on like the mantle, and I was sitting in the chair and I was like, who just ate caramel? Like, like I came upstairs this morning and I was like, who just ate caramel? And I was so confused because like nobody had eaten anything yet that morning, and I was like, who? Like, I don't understand. And then finally clued into me, oh yeah, the candle's open. It wasn't even burning. Like, it was just open. And I was like, what the fuck? There's something smelling like caramel. But anyway, this is such a fantastic candle. I think this smells very similar to one or 2 years ago called Pumpkin Caramel Latte. Basically smells exactly the same, but it is very, very amazing. I would definitely recommend going and grabbing this one. I know that they just released their Halloween candles, but I haven't been able to get down to them all since just because going out is so annoying to me now. Because everywhere I go, I literally have to use the bathroom like 10 times. So I just try to avoid having to leave my house at like all costs. So I haven't gotten my hands on the Halloween ones yet, but we will see how it goes. But I really like this one. So if you're looking for a nice fall scent, well, you can still burn fall scents, because to me, as soon as Halloween's over, I'm done with fall scents. I am ready for my Christmas scents. So while you still can, I'd recommend going and picking up this candle. That was very long-winded, sorry guys. So number 2, favorite fall lip color. So for this year, I would definitely have to, well, this year so far, I would definitely have to say, based on this year alone, I'd say the Tarte Glamazon Pure Performance lipstick, which is discontinued right now. You can't buy these anymore, and I think this is such a beautiful color. This is in Playful, by the way. I'm not sure if I said that. And that's what I'm wearing on my lips today. It's just such a beautiful color. The formula is so creamy, so pigmented. I absolutely love it. I'll just do a little swatchy swatch for you guys. But because one, this is... Okay. Thought there was something wrong with my lipstick. But because one, this is discontinued, and 2, I haven't had it all that long. I just bought it recently for this fall. It doesn't feel right to claim this as like my favorite fall lip color. So I'm gonna go with my tried and trues, which are kind of tied between the two. And first off, so this is my natural favorite, like if I'm going for more of a natural nudish lip. And this is MAC's Syrup. Don't mind me, mine's a little broken at the moment, so I have to do that like lighter trick. But this is just such a beautiful lipstick. I'll see if I can do a little swatch for you guys. Haha, I can. So it's basically just a pinky nude with a slight plum undertone. It is absolutely beautiful. I would definitely recommend picking this one up. And then if you're looking for something more bright, this is definitely one of my fall favorites. This is the Rimmel Kate Moss lipstick, well, Kate Moss matte lipstick in 107, and that's what that one looks like there. So as you can see, this is very similar to the Tarte Playful, except it's just more bright and a little bit more red toned, but There you go. That's kind of my like favorite statement fall lip color. Okay. If you see me looking down, by the way, I do have the list of questions on my phone, like usual. Favorite fall drink. So for me, this is kind of a tie. Usually it wouldn't be, but before this year, I'd never tried the salted caramel mocha from Starbucks, which of course, I know they've offered for many years. I've just never tried it because every year before now, every time I go to Starbucks, I'm literally like, pumpkin spice latte. Especially like as soon as it comes out till the Christmas drinks come out, every single time I go to Starbucks, it was like a no-brainer. It was pumpkin spice latte all the way, unless I was really warm, and then I'd get it in a nice form. But this year I tried the salted caramel mocha, and I almost like that as much, if not better, than the pumpkin spice lattes. So I'm gonna say it's about a tie between the PSL and my man always makes fun of me for that because he's like, PSL, you really need an acronym for a Starbucks drink. But anyway, it's a tie between the pumpkin spice latte and the salted caramel mocha because I think both of them are delicious from Starbucks. So the next time you go, make sure to pick up one of those. I'm sure if you shop at Starbucks or go to Starbucks very often, you already have tried both. But I'm just saying for the newcomers who maybe have not, that it's a good idea. Anyway, number 4, favorite fall blush. Now this was a very, very easy decision for me, and that is e.l.f.'s Mellow Mauve. And this is what I'm wearing today. It is a perfect mix of I don't know if you can see that there. Of course, blushes I don't find ever swatch very well. You'd kind of just have to wear them. But that's what it looks like there. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get a swatch. Yeah, not really. Can't really get a swatch, but it is just a beautiful nude plum. Like I don't even know how to describe this. It's just so beautiful. It's a mauve color because it's called Mellow Mauve. But I find that this works great if I want to just put on, and I can put on so much of this and it never looks overdone, which is something I absolutely love about a blush, because I hate when you have to sit there and you're like tapping off your brush and like lightly dipping and tapping because you don't want to get too much pigmentation. This one I can literally swirl in for like 5 minutes and pack it on and it does not look overdone whatsoever. So I absolutely love that. But also if I want a natural look, like especially since today I have kind of like a little bit more of a bold eye and especially a statement lip, I don't want a huge, like I don't want like bam cheeks. So this made a great like nudish fall blush, but at the same time you can layer this on and get like a really pretty plum color with it. So I absolutely adore this. Plus it's only $3. Like, well, $4 here in Canada, but $3 or $4. Like, how can you go wrong? I choose this over my MAC blushes. Like, when you think about that, like I chose a $3 blush over all of my like $20, $30 blushes. That really says something. So definitely love this. Okay, next one is favorite fall clothing item, which you guys know I am definitely not a fashion guru. I do not claim to be. Right now, especially since I'm pregnant, I probably have like the worst style. Like my style is literally hobo chic. Like every time I go out, I'm lucky to wear jeans. Most of the time I'm either in leggings or sweatpants with just some type of decent looking shirt and maybe a scarf, and that's about it. My favorite clothing items, I will just say anyway, because I'm thinking Jaclyn Hill's a little bit more style influenced than I am. So this is one of my favorite fall clothing items I'm wearing today, and this is just a red and black plaid infinity scarf. I'll take it off so you guys can see it. So this is what it looks like. I picked this up at Ricki's last year, I think, and it is just so beautiful, and it's very lightweight too, which is great for well, right now for me, where it's like here is probably about like plus 10 degrees Celsius on the average day to day, but I find it so warm still, so I want to look fall appropriate, but I can't put on a jacket and I can't put on no boots because I will sweat to death. So because this is so light and airy, it's really nice to wear in the transitional months where it's still too warm to wear, you know, all the heavy fall and winter gear, but it's not too, but you still want to be like nice and seasonally appropriate. So I really like this scarf. I throw it on with a lot of things. And then I also have this cardigan, which I have literally had for years. I had this since, if you've been watching my channel for a while, like 4 or 5 years ago, I worked at a clothing company called Smart Set here in Canada, and that's when I bought this. So I've had this so long, and I don't know how it's lasted as long as it has. But this is just a little flyaway purple cardigan, like just a flyaway cardigan with just pockets on the sides, and I just throw this over pretty much everything. It looks so gorgeous on. It really thins you out, which I really like, obviously. And it gives you enough of a cozy feel without being like sweating to death. Once again. So I really, really love this. I don't think they sell this anymore, obviously. It's been a while. And I just love the color of it too. It's not a burgundy. It's more of like a plum, which I really love. I don't think they sell this anymore just because it's been so long, but because of the way Smart Set is, almost every year they bring out the same items in different colors. So I'd go check it out. They probably have something very, very similar, if not this exact same item in different colors. But it's very simple anyway. It's not like you couldn't get this from any brand because it's a basic flyaway cardigan. Like it's not like it's just something very detailed. It's something that you probably get from every single brand. But anyway, and because I am pregnant at the moment, I thought I'd throw in like one of my pre-pregnancy fall favorites because of course my style has changed a lot being pregnant just because I haven't been able to wear a lot of the things that I used to, but I thought I'd just show this to you guys because I really, really loved it and I wore it so much before I got pregnant. And this is, I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see this, but it is just a leather jacket. Now for me, when I found the perfect leather jacket for me, it was like God came down and spoke to me himself. Like, just because of my shape, before I got pregnant, I had a very hourglass figure, large bust, tiny waist, and like bigger hips. So it was just impossible. Every bomber, like, and most leather jackets come in more of a bomber style. So every leather jacket I try on would make me look like I was about 30 pounds heavier than I was, just because it would go right from my boobs and straight down, which was not a good look. So this one I got from Ricki's, I think it was last year as well. I think I bought it the same time I bought this scarf. It does have minor padding on the shoulders, nothing you'd be able to tell. And then just basic arms, obviously. And then it has this inseam that like really sculpts you out. It's also more of a peplum style, so it goes right in tight at the waist and then flares out a little bit. It's just absolutely beautiful. I love it. I don't know if they have this once again this year because I haven't been out to the mall, but this is just absolutely beautiful. I'll see if I can find it online. If not, I'll link it. And if so, I'll link it down below. But this is just such a beautiful style of jacket that I had to mention it, especially since I wore it like every single freaking day last fall. So I really wanted to mention it to you guys. So if I can find it, I'll link it down below. If not, I'll try and find something similar and link it just for all of you hourglass girls, just in case you try on every leather jacket and you're like, why the hell isn't this working? That is why. But I hope you guys enjoy that. Anyway, let's move on to the next question. Favorite fall movie. So for me, this would have to be the Halloween Town series. I know it's really childish and it's so old, but I just love these movies, and every year that I watch these movies, it just brings me right back to like being a kid and these coming on Family Channel. Because Family Channel will do this thing like for so many years where all of October, because there's 4 Halloween Town movies, all through October they do one every weekend leading up to Halloween. So that was just, it was like a highlight of my childhood, and I just really love those movies. They're really cute and funny, and if you guys are younger and you haven't watched those movies, make sure you go check them out because they are such cute Halloween movies. They are adorable, but they're still not like young children's movies. Like, I'd say they're more based to like people like probably 8 or 10 years old and up. They're great family movies, not children's movies. Thank you. So next one is my favorite fall TV show, and for me this would be between 2 shows. I know I couldn't just choose one for any of these questions. It's awful. But my favorite fall TV show would have to be between The Vampire Diaries and Friends, just because during the fall time, those are the 2 that me and my man really enjoy like watching together, and every single night we'll watch an episode or 2 of them, and they're just something that we like doing together. And I don't know why, but we go through this thing where we'll like rotate through shows depending on the season, and it's not even like they're like specifically based for those seasons. It's just, I don't know, we're weird. But last fall we were watching Vampire Diaries and Friends, and now this fall we're watching Vampire Diaries and Friends, so I'm starting to see a pattern here. So If you guys haven't watched either of those shows, one is fairly recent, started in about 2008, and then Friends is from the 90s. But both of them are on Netflix, both Canadian and US, so make sure to check them out if you haven't, because they're amazing shows. Favorite Thanksgiving food is the next question. For me, I'm not a huge Thanksgiving food person. Like, if anything, I would have to say, like, other than the desserts, of course, desserts. I would have to say like mashed potatoes. Like, I am not a turkey girl. I do not like turkey. I was vegetarian for many, many, many years. So of course I didn't like turkey. And even now, like, because for my pregnancy, I decided to go back eating meat just for my pregnancy, just because it was the easiest and best for my baby. I made that decision. So that's my decision. That's just the end of it. But still, like, it's just never been, like, I don't like cranberry sauce. I don't like stuffing. Like, I'm not a big Thanksgiving food person. So other than that, I'd say pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is always a good thing in my book. I think it's amazing. It's perfect for this time of year. So that's my favorite Thanksgiving food. Pumpkin pie. Call me fat all you want. So next is, and the last question here, it's next and last, is favorite Halloween costume throughout the years. And for me, this would have to be my witch costume, probably when I was like 8 or 9. For me, I never had like a different Halloween costume every year. I was just that weird kid that was like, I'll just be a princess again. Like, I think I was a princess for like 3 or 4 years, a witch for 3 or 4 years, a vampire for 2 or 3 years. Like, I didn't have a lot of fun experimenting with costumes when I was younger. I just didn't. Mostly because I was the size of an adult by the time I was about 8 or 9. Like, I remember being like a small or an extra small to small in ladies' clothing by the time I was about 8 or 9. So I would have to shop in the adult costume section, but a lot of them were too sexy for me because, of course, I was only 8 or 9. So it was never a fun experience for me because all the costumes that I'd try on were too old and I couldn't wear the costumes that were geared towards my age. So I ended up having to be like whatever was there kind of thing. So anyway, that's my rant about Halloween costumes from developing too early. But basically, the reason that was my favorite from that year was because I did my own Halloween makeup for the first time. Like, I actually did like a full face of makeup and I like did the warts and everything for being a witch. And surprisingly enough, my uncle helped me, who's like the manliest man I know and who would like never touch makeup. But like, he was over to the house randomly, and of course my mom is like so not into makeup. So I knew it was useless asking her, and he was like, oh yeah, I'll help you. And I was like, okay, like, all right. But it ended up turning out really nice. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up in one of the corners, but I don't know if I will, just because back then we hadn't switched over to like uploading everything to the internet. So I'll see if I can try and find it, but that was definitely my favorite. So anyway, that is all of the questions for this fall favorites tag. Make sure to comment down below and tell me either your answers to these questions or some of your fall favorites, because I'd love to hear them. Fall's probably my favorite season, so I definitely love celebrating it and relishing in it, sorry, every year, because I just love it so much. By the way, if you guys want me to do a tutorial on this look, I had a lot of fun putting it together today. I just thought it would be so nice for fall. So if you guys want to see it, just make sure to comment down below and I will make sure to get that to you. So make sure to like and subscribe. It would definitely make my day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.